Welcome to the replay. Hi everybody, come on in. We'll let everybody just wait for some Facebook to catch up and get this notified out to people. Okay guys, welcome to my live. My name is Vicki Johnson. I am an independent designer with Chalk Couture. This is a special request I had from people wanting to know how to do the plaid transfer that we have. Like everybody, when I first saw it in the catalog, I thought, an ugly transfer. I mean, ugh. Didn't even realize that it said plaid. I didn't pay any attention to that. And then I had seen a designer do that and realized that it was a plaid one, and I love plaid. And I'm like, oh my gosh. And so I ordered it right away and did this, and these are my two favorite colors, which are green and pink. So this is what I did the other day. So we're going to ink the other side. I already have our ink mat inside, and I'm going to make sure that I'm going the same colors going the same way. This is the transfer. It just looks like a bunch of lines. That's why I was like, And when you come in, say hi so I know you're here. So when I do this, I will, come on, cooperate. When I do this, I'll do the green ink the one way, and then I'm going to have to take this over to the sink and wash it off and dry it to do the other part, and then I'm going to have to blow dry it a little bit. So it might get a little noisy in here with the blow dryer. But and since we're putting it on cloth already, this is a Chalk Couture canvas pillowcase, we're not going to fuzz at all. Get my water out of the way there. And then just push it down. And I have two small squeegees, one for each color. I have found, especially with doing big transfers like this, it is best to use the small squeegee as opposed to the big 4-inch or the angled, because they tend to pull, when you go across, they tend to pull on the transfer, which lifts and it causes bleeding. I did have, I've had bleeding with, one time I did the Victorian skull, and it did that, and I've just learned that it's because with ink you don't have to go as quick with chalk. It's not going to dry as quickly, so you don't have that, hurry up and get done, pull, that kind of stuff. So it's just much easier to go line by line with your ink. Okay. And the ink on the other side is not Van Heat set, so it tends to want to stick to my plastic here. Our new carrying case, which I love, 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 with all my inks in here. So we are going to do Kiwi and Couture Coral. Down here, out of my way. going to start with our kiwi. And with the inks, you do not have to stir. They are the right consistency, always. And I'm just going to start at the top and just drag it across. I always try to go at least in the same direction, you know, not up, down, sideways. Sometimes you have to have more stuff in my way than I thought I did. Sorry, I'm not talking. I'm trying to concentrate and not lift anything. Anybody has any questions, please feel free to ask, and I will look up in a second here and answer anything if there is any questions. Push this up a little so I can, oops, I got ink on my fingers. Not good. My art glitter glue has got to go. Okay, I suppose I can talk about we can talk about Chocolate Tour. It is a DIY high-end decorating company. We do our own decor. You can do your own decor with our transfers. These are silk screen transfers. They are not stencils. They have little silk screens in the area that I'm putting the chalk, or sorry, the ink. I'm putting ink through, not chalk. And we do have chalkology paste, and we have our couture ink, which is what I'm using now. The ink is permanent. You have to heat set it. So what will happen is I will let this sit on here for 24 hours. And then I will take an iron, or you can take a heat press and make it permanent. A heat press is like 30 seconds on 350 degrees, I think. 30 seconds with that, but an iron is 4 minutes. So, and you're gonna put parchment paper in between the ink and the either heat press or iron. So, and that will make it permanent. It gives it, when you don't have it, it's kind of a tacky feeling. So, but once you heat set it, it gives it like this smooth feeling like ink would, normally feel. You put this on your shirts like that, and they won't crack. They won't come off. And as a matter of fact, your shirt will probably wear out before the design would ever wear out on there. So, make my own t-shirts. I've been making a lot of Halloween ones. What do I have in there? Okay, wipe off some of that excess. Wipe my fingers because again I got ink on there. You always want to make sure that you don't have any ink or chalk, as a matter of fact, on your fingers, because if you go to lift it up and you touch an area where you didn't want the ink to be, it will get on there and it can be hard to get off sometimes. So I'm going to have to peel this up, and then I'm going to go over to the sink and wash it, dry it off, and then I'm going to be back and we will do the other color. We're going to have to blow dry the ink a little bit. So that's what it starts to look like. Lift it up here so you can kind of see. It's just a bunch of green lines. It's when we turn it around and we put the pink on it the opposite way is where it gives that plaid. So I'm going to close up my ink here. Before I end up getting it all over everything. Okay, I will be right back. big transfer, so it takes a while to get all that ink off of there. Okay. I just took a shower with it. You guys still with me? I'm still here. I'm just cleaning off my transfer. Be right back. Okay, I'm going to move this really quick, and then I'm going to put some paper towels down and bring the transfer over here. So I got it all washed up, and what I'm doing now is just drying off the back of the water, maybe, and get some of that water off of there so we can get this ready to use again. Water over my glasses. Whew. Okay, some of this out of the way. Get my stuff back here. Stuck my hand right in it. I'm smart. Okay, so now I'm going to take the blow dryer and I'm just going to blow dry it so it's not as wet, and I can lay this down without pulling the ink up off of it. I'm going to actually use warm setting on this. If it was chalk, I would use cool setting, but with this I want to kind of get it to dry quickly. So, sorry, it's going to be a little noisy. If anybody has any questions, if you're not, you can say hi and let me know where you're from. I can see down here I kind of missed a little of the dots, but honestly when you put the other one over the top of it, you're really not going to even notice that it was missed. You just want to make sure you're putting them the opposite way. Since these are going this way, I need the stripes to go this way. because you want them to crisscross each other. And then on the edges, it doesn't really matter a whole lot, because once you put a pillow in there, it's with the arc of the pillowcase there, nobody's really going to see the sides of it anyway. And then we're going to do our couture coral. My squeegee for that. Again, I'm just going to ink in one direction. And I usually like to ink side to side. I don't like turning the, if I had it turned this way, then I would be inking towards me, because then I'm reaching across like this and then I end up getting ink all over, even though I'm wearing my apron. You know, it's just easier to start here, go down, and then you're not going to worry about getting, you know, anything on your clothing. Okay, here we go. And again, it's ink, so you don't have to go quickly like chalk. You can take your time. Okay, I'll load it some more. And when you ink too, if you get an air bubble, always make sure you go the same direction as you did. Like if you start and you see an air bubble, keep going that direction. Don't go a different direction, because then now it just opens it up even more and causes a lot more bleeding that might happen. Going the same direction sometimes will keep it from bleeding. So. Little dots here. What the heck is going on there? Okay. Sorry, I'm not talking much, guys. I'm trying to concentrate and make sure I don't get an air bubble that I don't need or screw up somehow here. Come on, in there. It can also help too, is like when I'm doing this, I kind of hold the transfer down, especially on this where the zipper is. It kind of folds like this, and if you don't, and it sometimes pulls it up. But if you just hold it down, it won't go anywhere. How the heck did I get in there? Okay, I need to push this up a little bit. Okay. These last little dots down here. Okay, and then I usually kind of look to make sure I didn't miss any spots, because sometimes it looks like you got it on there, but you really don't. And it looks like I'm okay. Okay, here we go. This is what's going to make it look plattish. Here we go. Oh, and when, just so you guys know, when I do this, I take the two ink sides and put them together, the sticky sides out, and I put that in my pan of water I have, because my pan of water isn't as big as it should be, but that keeps it from sticking to itself too. Okay. Let me get this closed up so I don't stick my project right in the center of it. Like I'm going to need to get some more teal and coral ink on this out. Hey Patricia. So there we go. That plaid look. Hopefully this helps everybody. Like I said, like when I first saw the transfer in the catalog, I was like, ugly, ugly, ugly. And then I saw a designer do it on YouTube, and I'm like, that's how that's done, and it was plaid, and I love plaid, so I ordered it right away. So go ahead and watch the replay if you didn't catch the whole thing, so you can get an idea of how to do it. I did have a little bit of bleeding right there, you can kind of see. That's okay. Kind of gives it a distressed look, and it's all good. So I will go ahead and blow dry this a little bit, and I will let this sit for 24 hours, and then I will use I have an iron. I don't have a heat press yet, but I will iron it on both sides of this, the other side, and then shove a pillow in it, put it on my bed. Are you gonna have any questions for me yet? Okay, I'm going to go ahead and sign off. I am scheduled again on Friday at 8 o'clock Pacific time. This Friday I probably will not be on there because we are taking off Saturday to go to Ohio. Our plane leaves at 5 a.m. We're an hour away from the airport, so getting up about 1 or 2 in the morning, and I don't know if I'll be awake at 8 o'clock at night. I need to get some sleep. So if I can come on, I will. So anyway, you guys have a great night. All my information is above the video here, so any of the products I used tonight are available on there. As always, be kind to one another. Bye.